Oh my, what is this place? I'm in anime.
Just like any isekai protagonist, I can make my own harem now.
Okay, I'm gonna go for adventure. But what should I do first? What is this? What does this person do? Production. What is all this weapon? Blacksmith. Wait, doesn't that guy produce weapon? What is going on here? What weapons am I using? And who are you? Why am I here? And why my level is 107? Somebody help me!
Hey, pumpkin boy, come with me.
Who are you? Me? Well, it's kinda obvious I'm you. No, it's not like that. Like, you know I'm still a newbie, and how can I look so stupid? I don't have a pumpkin ass head. Just shut and come with me, okay? Hello everybody, and welcome to Pumpkin class. I am your teacher, Mr. Pumpkinhead, so please call me Mr. Pumpkin or Mr. Len. In this class, we'll learn all about the pumpkins. Especially there's Halloween coming near, so we actually need to... Wait, what? This is SAOIF class. Oh, from now on, I'm your teacher. If I'm not guessing it wrong, then you should be a newbie in this game, because you click on my video. Right? If my guess is false and you are actually veteran in this game, why are you even here? What the hell is wrong with you, man? Wait, what? You say you love this pumpkin and you want to drop a like and click on subscribe to this guy? I cannot believe that you actually care so much about me. Thank you. Well, anyway, let our class start. You are wrong, Koharu. It's not important that where you learn. It's important that what you learn. Talk about what we are learning today, yes. And if you're here to ask, what is the best weapon to use? There's no such a thing. Or if you're here to ask what is the best class in this game, there is no such a thing either. There's no classes. Sword Art Online without sword, and how can you call it Sword Art Online? Specifically said, this is one-hand sword. So if you want me to describe Sword's ability in sentence form, then Swords is basically that one old friend knows everything, but not perfect at everything. At the same time, you still know you can count on him. The speed of Sword is normal. The attack of Sword is normal, the survivability of Sword is high, the support of Swords is low, the range of Sword is normal, the difficulty of Swords is easy. The reason why Sword is best for beginner is because of its freedom space. Swords compared to other weapon, it doesn't really have a specific aiming. For example, you can use Sword to build a defense Swords build, or a critical Swords build, or just a farming machine is nice too, or just all-round damage monster. It doesn't have a aiming, so that means you don't aim for anything. You can go with anything you want to build. I'm not saying other weapon doesn't have this type of freedom, but compared to other weapons, Swords definitely has the highest potential in building because of its random skills. And one other good thing about Sword is its high survivability. If you look carefully in Sword's proficiency skills, then you will see there is this skill called Warrior's Mark, which is if you kill a monster that will kill you by 2%, there's quite a lot of skills like this in Swords, which is really useful if you are a beginner. Actually, there's not quite a lot of a downside for Swords. If you want to choose the most obvious downside, it must because it's freedomness. Yeah, it's because it's freedomness as well. Because if you want to use the full potential of Swords, you want to gather quite a lot of skills. And gathering skills, you know, it's gonna cost you something. Okay, we'll move on to next weapon then. Rapier. And get as much as damage you can do. The attack speed of Rapier is high, the attack is normal, the survivability is normal, support of Rapier is low, the range is mid, the difficulty of Rapier is normal. Rapier doesn't have too much alpha attack, but because of that, it's really good at focusing attack. Balance out the percentage of crits, and the crit damage is the key point of Rapier build. And moving on. Club. It's a weapon, but at the same time, it's more than just a weapon. If you want me to represent the ability of Club in a sentence form, then... What? You say I only got 3 people in my team, and you have 6, so you think you guys is gonna win? Look carefully. I got a Club user here. Now prepare to lose. So if you have a really good Macer in your party, you can double your DPS, or even triple. Compared to all weapon, Macer has the best ability in teamfight, which is buff. The attack speed of Club is normal, the attack is normal, the survivability of Club is mid-high, the support is EX, the range is mid, and the difficulty is normal. The best ally and the worst enemy. I'll party with Macer, and I'll party without Macer, is too different story. Of course, the Macer has to be a good Macer. He or she will need to know what she is doing. Well, a buff is always nice, no matter what type of buff it is. If the Macer can actually change the skill, depends on party's need, then that will be next level Macer. Has the highest support ability in all weapons. If you are a party leader and then you find a Macer that want to join your party, make sure to let him or she join. Okay, that's all about the Macer. Moving on. Dagger, a weapon that suits the name of mid-high. Dagger really is a savage weapon. Basically, daggers use status element. But just status element is not enough. You have to add something on top of that, which is, if they have a status element, your attack, your crits, your everything goes up. And that's not enough. On top of that, there even a skill. If you influence status element, that will allow you to increase your attack, your defense, your crits, or your invasion, whatever it is. No matter you influence status element or you enemies influence status element, you are always winning. But the downside is you will lose a lot of HP. Actually, guess what? That's not even a downside. They actually add some skill that if you have a lower HP, then you can do more damage for some reason. Basically, playing with your life. Dagger is basically playing with your life, but it's really fun. Okay, moving on. Axe. If you ask me, what weapon does Berserker use in SAO? Then I'll answer you, it's Axe. If you ask me to describe Axe's ability in sentence, then attack, and more attack. More damage is what I want to see, and more blood is what I want to desire. The attack speed of Axe is low, the attack is high, survivability is mid-high, support is mid, range is mid, difficulty is normal. Axe users mainly increase their HP in order for them to raise their attack because they have a lot of skills that need to use their HP in order for them to do more damage. Axe doesn't have a lot of awful attack skill, that's why almost nobody uses Axe for farming. But in other end, Axe is really good at killing. Bow. It's really hard to say, is this even allowed in Sword Art Online? Anyway, if I describe Bow's ability in a sentence form, then you want to kill me? You can't even get close to me though. Are you dreaming? Well, time to sleep, boy. Attack speed of Bow is mid, the attack is mid, the survivability is mid, the support is mid, and the range is EX. Difficulty is high. The other weapon is basically go up to the monster and start beating your buttons. No way you will get hit, except you are fighting some boss. This range is cheating at this point already. Alright, then move on to the last one. Shield. Is this even a weapon? I don't really have a sentence to describe shield. Shield is not really a weapon, but it can use as a supporter for other one-hand weapon, just like swords or rapier. If you equip swords with the shield, the survivability is gonna raise by 1 rank for sure. Any one-hand weapon plus shield is gonna raise their survivability. Yeah. Company, please make more shield skill. Like, only 2 4-star shield skill is kinda... Oh my god. So, that was all the weapon. Depends on your playing style, you can choose whatever weapon you want to choose to play. Doesn't matter which weapon you choose first, you can always switch to another weapon. This is the one good point about Sword Art Online to go factor. And without it, this is the basic of weapon choice. Have you learned anything yet? Well, don't need to rush, you can just learn slowly by slowly. I'm not gonna tell you it take me 5 months to know there is difference in each weapons. Well, anyway, thank you for listening my lesson. And the first class is over. Class dismissed. Until next class.